Morning everybody, straight off the cuff. I didn't realise I was going to do a vlog this morning. It's a Wednesday morning. One of my good pals who I've never ever met before, and we just had a nice coffee in Amelia's, which is Andy Swallow's bar in Los Cristianos on San Telmo Beach. Nice cup of coffee, one of the best I'll have to take down there, and just picked this young man up, and we had a bit of rain. Can't believe it. First one we've had rain. Yeah, you know, get out the back with you. And he did a great vlog with Rick a couple of days ago. I've watched it. You've got to watch it if you haven't, on Rick's channel. Superb. And he's a nice gentleman in the name of Alan Fraser. Morning, Alan.
Morning.
How are you, big man?
How are you?
Yeah. Now listen, you're on the manor now.
Yeah.
You're in with the manor. Now we just talk football,
yeah.
football, and football.
Yeah. That's
all we're here for. Not talking about anything bad. We're just looking positive.
Yeah.
Now you've had a bit of a football career,
yeah.
and which spreads how many years?
Oh. You probably when I first started playing at the age of 10.
Age of 10, yeah.
And just retired really from the game 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
This will be my 3rd season at the game, maybe. 3rd season at the game.
And where'd you come from originally up in Scotland?
I'm from a town called Musselburgh, which is just
yeah.
Just the east side of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Cracking little place to grow up. With the big, the race course, we talked about that earlier on, didn't we?
That's where Michael, Edinburgh and Beyond was.
Just 16 miles away from Michael.
Yeah.
And the race course was like a playground growing up.
Yeah.
It was just, so it was a great place to grow up, right in the 54th, so right in this kind of sea, if you like. And just a phenomenal place to grow up.
Yeah. So how did you get into actual football? Then you become professional and so forth?
You play with your mates. And
yeah.
Then one of them obviously joined a boys club, and they said, just come along because they're looking for players, and this will be at the age of 11 maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
And go along, you start playing, you become, I was a goalkeeper, so.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
So started playing with them, and I played with that club until I was 15, 16.
Yeah.
And I turned up for training one night, and the Dundee United scout was sitting.
Dundee United, yeah.
Waiting for me, or not waiting for me, but myself and another lad were invited up for trials.
Yeah.
That was under the legendary Jim McLean.
Legendary Jim, as a goalkeeper?
No, he was the manager, obviously, the team.
Yeah, but were you the goalkeeper then?
Yeah,
okay.
So, but there were 3 goalkeepers. Hamish McAlpine, who, if you ever watched the Man United European Cup match,
yeah.
Hamish was man of the match at Old Trafford and at Tannadice against Man United.
Okay.
Man United are like top players.
Fantastic.
So anyway, we went up there, obviously got picked up, signed for him. My mate John Clark, who was at same school as me, he was there as well, and Clark is claim to fame as he scored the winning goal for Dundee United at the Nou Camp against Barcelona in the European Cup. So anyway, so went up there after about 3 months.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stop this because we've got music, and the last thing we want is little copyrights, and it's a nightmare. So we'll come back in 2 seconds. Right, we're back on. Go on now. Sorry, big man. That was yours.
So, so Dundee United, but after, I mean, it was phenomenal because you were training with first team players like Paul Sturrock and David Dodds, Paul Haggerty, Dave Neary. Remember he scored that World Cup, the 82 World Cup.
NEA, yeah. Quality.
So you were training with these players every day.
No way.
And it was a great experience, absolutely great experience. But Mr. McLean called me in one day and told me I was the worst goalkeeper he'd ever signed.
So, I know you said that to me before.
I better find a job outside football anyway. So I came, obviously got released after that and came back down.
That was a kick in the teeth, wasn't it? How old were you then?
18.
18.
But yeah, I think, to be fair, I don't think, because I met Hamish McAlpine at a golf day a few years ago, 10 years ago, and I was telling him the story, and he says, "You used to tell me that every week." So we went back to, I came back down the road, and I signed for a non-league side that was local to me, and played there for about 7 or 8 years.
Where were they? What were they called?
They were called Trinette Juniors.
Okay.
And then I broke my jaw and my nose in the same, like for 3 weeks each other.
Yeah.
Fractured my jaw and then broke my nose in about 3 weeks each other. And no days there was none of these, what do you call it? None of these concussion protocols.
Okay.
You just got on with it like you played. Maybe that explains a lot. So then I don't think they handled it particularly well. I thought they could have done a bit more for me.
Yeah.
I'd be the longest serving player actually there, 7 or 8 years.
Okay.
And I thought they should have done a bit more. So I just asked me, I'll just took half a wee bit toys at the pram as you do when you're younger, and so that was fine. So, and then I got a chance to go to another club over in Fife, but I was really just going as cover. A company called WEBBY'S.
Should we take a seat?
Yeah, that's something like that one maybe.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why nobody's sat on it.
Aye. So I went over there, and that was getting. I started doing my coaching badges up to 28, 29.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Started doing my coaching badges, and the instructors were, the first one I ever went on was Stevie Woods, Celtic goalkeeping coach.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Stevie's brilliant, absolutely, top guy. And we played, a couple of years ago, we played Celtic in 2017 season, 2017-18 season.
Yeah.
Alloa got to the quarterfinals of the Betfred Cup.
Alloa.
Betfred, yeah. So I was actually, and we always come home to Tenerife in September because it's part-time football, right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't my main earner by any means. So we always come in September. And Jack Ross was the manager, used to be.
Jack Ross.
St Mirren,
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Sunderland,
Yeah. Of course, I'm the Mackhams. Yeah.
And but we got obviously drawn against Celtic, and I said to Susan, look at the draw. This was before we came away.
Yeah.
Look at the draw, playing Celtic, we're on holiday.
Yeah.
She goes, look, if you want to come home for it. So I flew home on the Tuesday night.
No, yeah.
Went to the game on the Wednesday, and flew back to Tenerife on the Thursday.
No way.
Quarter final against Celtic.
And when was that ago?
That was 2017-18 season.
Bloody hell.
And we got beat 2-0. Remember Dembele that went
Of course I do.
from Fulham to Celtic
Yes,
to
I
Leon.
did. Yeah, I did, yeah.
He scored 2 goals, but we actually held them out for 85 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he scored 85 minutes and 92 minutes, something like that. And to be fair, if the game had gone in extra time, it would have been a 5 or 6 because we'd gone, our legs had gone by that time.
Yeah.
So it was a great, great experience. So anyway, I did all my coaching badges, maybe, and started coaching. One of my friends, so the non-league side, you're coaching, you're a player coach at that level, aren't you? Yeah, so there. You can't play a coach at that level. Because you can't afford 2 goalies to want to sit on the bench all season, well you can't now.
Like now, we're going to sit on the bench now. This side, that's me, good here.
Well, they used to say my tracksuits for me to measure.
Alright, yeah. Right, let's just tell you exactly where we are. Let me whip you around. We're in San Telmo, down by the beach. You know, look at that. Beautiful day, but it's cloudy, still 24, 25 degrees. And you're listening to Webby Sports Run up here in sunny Tenerife. A little bit of a Scottish corner today. Good pal of mine, Alan Fraser, knows a lot of ex-footballers, so we got a bit of knowledge, find out what, where and when. So let's get Big Al back.
So my mate got the manager's job at Stennismuir, took me with him from the lower league side.
Yeah.
So we went to Steny, then my mate moved to Forfar, so he takes his staff with him, and then we went to Dumbarton, and then, we went to Dumbarton and then Forfar. And we were at Forfar and Brecon were training, and you remember Dick Campbell and Pink, his brother Pink.
Brecon playing red.
Brecon playing red.
Because they used, I had all the owners and directors in the world famous Garden Bar.
Right.
Oh, I don't know, probably 13, 14, 15 years ago.
Right.
There were 50 of them. Yeah. And it was a just like the sponsor was. Let me think of the sponsor.
So we'd been, obviously we used to train at St Johnston's ground in Perth because it was midway between Forfar and Falkirk area where the manager was Starford. And so we train at Brecon trained at the bottom half of the pitch on one of the Astros outside. Outside the St Johnstone Stadium. And so we had half the pitch, they had half the pitch. And my mate resigned from the Forfar job. And Pink phoned me up, the manager, Dick Campbell's brother. Dick Campbell phoned me up and says, listen, we're needing a goalkeeping coach. And they had 2 magnificent goalkeepers. One used to do a column in the Sunday Mail, John Hillcoat, fantastic guy, funny as anything. And Craig Nelson, who played with Hearts and and stuff. So it was really good working with him, but then they got the sack in February. And I was kind of at the game for a while after that.
Did you miss it?
You miss the camaraderie, and the commitment's something different, but you miss the camaraderie. And then I was speaking to a customer who was a director at Clyde. Yeah. And he says, he was the academy director at Clyde Football Club. And he says, we've got a goalkeeper coach, you fancy coming and give us a hand as a customer, so you've got to kind of, give a bit back. So I started doing that, and then within about a month, Jim Duffy contacted me and says, listen, we've got 15 goalkeeping coaches left, would you want to come in and give us a hand? See how it goes for a couple of weeks. So we went in, and Jim Duffy's just magnificent.
Yeah.
He is a top
guy.
straight as a die.
Yeah.
Doesn't miss you and hit the wall. And his assistant was Chick Charlie.
Yeah, rings a bell.
Chick is absolutely one of the greatest guys you will ever meet, loyal to a T. And Chick Charlie, but I can remember we were at Hampden one game. It was Boxing Day or New Year's Day, something like that, at Hampden against Queen's Park, and they'd beat us in the 9 previous games. So it's a bit of
Queen's
derby,
Park
right?
play at Hampden,
They
didn't
play
they?
Hampden,
Yeah.
So they'd beat us in the 9 previous games, and they were all other fans were getting t-shirts with 10 in a row and stuff on them. So Duff's like, before the game, Duff's like, we better not get beat. You go out there, and I don't care how you win, but you go and win this game.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. Came in at half time, 4-0 down.
As you do.
And they had the changes are massive, as you can imagine.
Yeah, of course.
It's a national stadium, massive changes.
Yeah.
And Duff's got, Duff never really ranted and raved. There wasn't a screamer or a shouter, but he's on one this day.
Yeah.
And there's a big metal bin in the middle of the change rooms, because pillars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely leathered this metal bin, but his foot got stuck in it.
Oh, no way.
So Chick Charlie's sitting next to me, and you can see Chick's shoulders going around, so you've got to look down the way, because we'll always remember Duff about that when we speak to him.
Do you know something? I've always, East Fife was always my second team.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, I picked him up from school and what have you. And I remember having it was a butcher's. That were breaking, it was the butcher's near wherever that was. He was the big sponsor. He was in the pub at the same time. But East Fife, I remember having the owner, Dougie Gray. Bill Gray, Dougie Gray. He was scrap metal merchant.
All right.
He used to come in my pub. Yeah, East Fife. There was always
Methil. East Fife played Methil, and it was always away games are tough games, because the lower league teams in Scotland, they're straight in the first division teams.
Yeah.
You can never get a cigarette paper between them. It's whoever goes in that wee run, right? They're all very, very close together in terms of ability and quality. But East Fife was always a tough place to go. We went there, and the one thing with Clyde, we used to have proper team coaches to go to the game.
Yeah.
Like parts of Hamilton ones, but it's the Celtic and Rangers and Hearts and that youth. There was one time we got a police escort out the time because we were going to turn the bus with the black. It was like, you're like, there's about 400 people at the game. Like, how mental does it get?
Well, East Fife's having a decent season, actually.
Yeah, well, they've got a great manager, haven't they? Dick Campbell,
Yeah.
knows the lower leagues.
Yeah.
Top guy. Dick, it's funny, if you ever get Dick on your channel, actually, he's one you want to go on your channel.
He's the one to get on. He's funny.
He is funny.
Well, let me just bring you back a bit. A month or so ago, then you got me 2 great little vlogs for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first one was obviously Jim Goodwin, who is obviously now the manager at Dundee United.
Yeah.
What a lovely fella, and what a great 15 answers.
Top guy.
Because as you know, I do 15 questions on football, whether you're an ex-professional or whether you're just a football fan. And you did that for me, which was superb, and that got a lot of views. And that was just an absolute cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah. So how I met Jim was, obviously Jack Ross was the manager of Alloa, and I knew Jack Ross because we played together before he went back in the senior ranks, and so I'd always kept in touch. And he says, look, manager Alloa, you want to come in? So I went into Alloa with Jack, and he signed. Jack signed some good footballers, some good footballers.
Yeah.
But Jim was the final piece of the jigsaw for that team, because Jim was horrible to play against.
Was he? He was a tough cookie, wasn't he? I believe.
Absolute dog.
Yeah, I read up on him.
Absolute dog. But it was the final piece of that jigsaw, but we got off to a flyer. We went 18 games unbeaten at the start of the season.
Gotcha.
Jack got the St Mirren job on the back of that.
Paisley, that's big shout out to Kevin the Scotsman, my good pal. Lovely, mate.
So, and we actually, there was this inter-regional cup between Irish, Welsh and Scottish teams.
Okay.
And we went
Anglo-Scot, yeah.
Yeah, we went down to Ballatown in North Wales, and they played in the Europa League.
Yeah.
And we've leathered them 4-1, and Jack's going to St Mirren after that, so Jim got to play a manager's job.
Gotcha.
So Jim stayed in Cumbernauld at the same time as me at the time. So Jim would travel from his work by train from Glasgow, and because he'd obviously practicing full-time football.
Yeah.
He'd travel from his work in Glasgow into Alloa, and I'd give him a lift home, so we became quite close.
Okay.
And when he got the manager's job at Alloa, he never changed a thing. He kept the assistant manager, kept the coach, kept the kit man, kept myself, kept the medical team. The medical team are first top-notch end of the staff. So he kept all them, and we were together for 3 and a bit years.
Yeah.
So that's where I got to know Jim.
And you stayed?
Always stayed.
And the other one was obviously Sandy Clark.
Sandy. So what happened there was I was out. So
well, Sandy Clark, obviously, if you don't know, is West Ham, Jambos, which is the Hearts Midlothian, and played for Rangers as well. So that was an absolute cracker as well, wasn't it?
So Sandy was different kettle of fish. So never other than growl at each other across the dugout.
Where is he now?
Sandy's at Albion Rovers now.
Thank you.
But my friend Ross Ballantyne, is another goalkeeping coach, but he's the academy manager at Hearts.
Yeah.
And they now play, like they're playing a full-time league, obviously with their under-21s or
Yeah.
under-20s.
Yeah.
And they sometimes play Fridays and stuff like that. And
Okay.
with the SFA registration stuff, you can't be registered with 2 teams, you've got to be in the dugout and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the manager at Queen of the South was Alan Johnston. He played with Sunderland and
Yeah,
Hearts
Alan
and,
Johnson, yeah.
Rangers.
Well, you bring some names up, you've done, yeah. I do
know.
remember quite a few of them.
I was just saying to the King the other day, I hate names.
No, you not, I'll do the same.
So AJ wanted somebody in. Ross phoned me first and says, "Look, would you come in?" And I went, "Oh, nah, I'm quite enjoying my time off." He says, "Go and just come in." So Alan Johnson phoned me, and we sorted it out. And it was still in COVID, so I was having to travel to Dumfries on my own. But it was only on a Saturday, really.
Okay.
Sometimes a Friday doing some of the pre-activation stuff.
Yeah.
They trained in Hamilton, just outside Glasgow. Doing some of the pre-activation stuff for the goalkeepers, but most on a Saturday. And that's when I met Sandy, was the assistant manager. And Sandy's brilliant. Sandy, I don't know, really clever, knowledgeable. The presentation was just second to that. But Sandy is absolutely brilliant. And Sandy and his coach at Alloa now, George, is assistant manager, George Patterson. George runs a very successful, I think it's called.
Obviously, there's a difference between obviously Jim Goodwin, who's in the SPL League, and then you obviously got below Division 2 in Scotland. Has he got any ambitions? Does he want to go higher?
I think Sandy's 67 as well, but he's still got to be. I think his ambition right now would be to get Albion Rovers up that league.
He's a young 67.
But the problem with that league, that lower league, we've got all these progressive teams that are coming up the way with money to spend. And you know, like East Kilbride are throwing fortunes at it and still can't get out of the league. And you look at all the teams that have come down, who have dropped through the trap door into the lower league, like Bennett Rangers, Cowdenbeath, Stirling, Albion Rovers. They're nowhere near getting back up.
No, for God.
There's all these, so the teams that have come up, Spartans are doing exceptionally well.
Spartans,
I think Bonnyrigg grows phenomenally well. You know, so there's a lot more. There are some bigger teams in that league now than Albion Rovers. You know, East Stirling is a club. Play at the Falkirk Stadium, and it's a phenomenal ground. Absolutely phenomenal ground.
Who do you follow? Do you actually follow clubs? Any teams, clubs?
Well, growing up, maybe. My grandfather bought me my first Celtic strip. I must have been about 6 or 7 years old.
Celtic, okay.
So my mum's side of the family were Catholic. So my grandfather bought me a Celtic strip. So and that was when Celtic were doing like 9 in a row, and Kenny Dalglish, Bobby Lennox, you mentioned the other. Great man. So I was kind of grew up, and I've been to more Celtic games than Rangers games, but I've been to quite a few Rangers games as well. I could go and watch football anywhere. Go and watch football anywhere. But because of my so Dundee United right now, because of Jim Goodwin. Of course. Right, he's the first result I look for. Because
listen, you know I follow him as well on the basis of my good pal Liam Grimshaw, who I've been following for many years. And he's just been released by Dundee United. And I spoke to him nearly every other day. And he's just a nice kid with his good lady Courtney. Actually, his parents, they follow Burnley, and his brother, that's where they're from. But he was Man United under 21 captain. Then he played for Greenock Morton. He played for Motherwell, of course. Played at Preston North End. But he's obviously got released. They're looking for youngsters. His Jim to take the team to another level.
I saw Grimmy a couple of times last year because I went to a few Dundee United games last year because Jim sorts me out with tickets.
Yeah, of course.
And I went to the game at Hampden. Obviously, you don't get comps for that, so you pay into playing Queen's Park. And we were at Hampden, but United had a massive support with them. Another about 1,500, 2,000. Massive support with them. But after the game, and at Hampden, the team coach goes underneath, so you're never going to see Goody or stuff like that. So I was just sitting in the car, letting the traffic get out and stuff like that, listening to the sports results coming in. And Liam and the boy, was it Kevin Holt?
Jim Holt? No,
Kevin Holt. I think it's one of the strikers.
Holt, H-O-U-L-T.
H-O-L-T. But I recognised Liam. Him and his girlfriend were walking out, and I thought, should I say? So I jumped out the car and said, "Excuse me, Liam." I says, "Any chance I photograph? I follow WEBBY'S Sport Friday." I'm telling you, I seen the photograph outside Hampden. So and Liam is brilliant. Actually,
he's a nice kid.
Good. But he'll do a job. The thing I think Liam's biggest attribute is he can play anywhere.
Yes, he can.
He does a job for you.
But he's always going to get 6 or 7 out of 10 on it. You know what I mean?
He's a steady Eddie rather than.
He's never going to get. No. He said he's been offered. He didn't tell me, so I never asked him. I didn't want to put him in that situation. But he's been offered 3, 1 in Ireland and 2 in Scotland, and he's just going to wait. So obviously they're probably not his cup of tea at the moment, because obviously he's a free agent, so he can move anytime he wants to. So good luck to Liam Grimshaw.
He'll do a job for someone, especially bottom end of the Premier League, top end of the Championship. Liam Grimshaw, if you were a manager right now and you're looking for that bit of steel or
100%.
digging, you're looking at Liam Grimshaw.
He was even contemplating America, he told me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he minds. I think she's got a bit of a business as Courtney. So, but good luck.
I said to my mate about Billy, I said if he ever goes to Saudi, I would go with him and carry the water bottles for £2,000 a week.
I'll carry the top. Don't tell Dawn and Sue. And they're not invited, are they? Right, let's go off this subject a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the games of what's been happening in the SPL League and what have you. Obviously, Celtic.
Yeah.
Listen, they're flying.
Yeah.
They brought in new players like Rangers have. Clement, obviously the manager of Rangers, they've got problems. It's just not happening there. I've got a lot of teddy bear friends down in the village. Your Paul Stewart, your Jim Donaldson.
Yeah.
They're all there, Ian, and they're just not happy. They're just not happy Rangers boys at the moment. What do you think is the problem there?
The Celtic are financially so far ahead.
Is that what
every
it
time
is?
Celtic qualify for the Champions League, they get another 30-40 million.
Gotcha.
Plus on top of that, and where Rangers are getting 5-6 million for being in the Europa League or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the directors at Rangers, Webby, they're all very, very wealthy people compared to myself and yourself.
Yeah.
Very, very wealthy. But are they wealthy enough to take Rangers to the next level?
And do they want to put their money in?
And do they want, yeah. Because you never get money back, do you?
No, for sure. You just do it for the love.
Yeah, of course.
For the love of the game.
So you've got to be fair to the Rangers directors. No, directors get a lot of stick. You've got to be fair to them because they do put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, they do.
But you're not going to be daft. You're not going to be stupid with it.
No.
You've still got family and stuff like that behind
Yeah, for sure.
So I think there's and some of the players that they've signed. I mean, everybody criticised the boy Cyril Dessers. He scored 22 goals last year.
Who played up front
but he should score 35 goals a year because the chances he misses, some of them are a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's just he doesn't look natural strike like Chris Boyd was a natural finisher. Alan McCoy's a natural finisher. Dessers just not.
Chris Boyd's the one who was on Sky Sports. He gave Rangers some stick a couple of weeks ago.
I was at a Rangers game years ago against Aberdeen. My boss had bid for tickets at one of these dinners.
Yeah.
And hospitality thing at Ibrox, and it was the first time I've seen Chris Boyd live. When he was lazy, he was this, that, the next thing.
Yeah.
This is at Ibrox. Aberdeen have absolutely battled them.
Yeah.
Absolutely battled them first half. But it's 2-0 to Rangers at half time. Chris Boyd scored both of them.
Yeah, did he?
You know what I mean? So
he can shout. He can shout his mouth off. So he can back it up. That's the difference.
Yeah. If you're a goal scorer, you get away with it.
Is it? So is Dundee United? Do you think Jim Goodwin's going to keep them up there? Because obviously they lost the first game home to Rangers last week at Tannadice. They won 2, drawn 2. Celtic won all 4. Up until that time, and the Rangers obviously went there and beat them. But I think they didn't have hardly any shots, did they? Dundee United
didn't have a go. But the one thing about and Jim's not a defensive-minded coach.
No.
But the one thing in Scotland, right? Everybody else is playing for third place.
Yes.
Right? So and I know Foggy and I'll have a dig about it, right? But
yeah, of course.
Everybody else is playing for third place.
It's not Foggy, it's Terry. Terry's the one. Yeah, Terry's the one.
Everybody else is playing for third place.
Yeah.
Right. So that's fine. You get that. So Dundee United, if they get something for Celtic and Rangers games, that's a bonus.
Yes, of course.
But they've got to beat Motherwell, they've got to beat Ross County, they've got to beat who else they need? St Mirren. That's the teams. All the teams with similar size budget, similar size squads. That's the teams. That's
but you've missed Aberdeen out there. They're there. They haven't lost it, have they?
No, I don't think they've lost yet. Aberdeen are Jim was there.
Yeah.
And he had 2 really, really bad results. One in the Scottish Cup against an all-league side, which kind of killed them, to be honest. But Aberdeen are a big club, a sleeping giant. But see if Rangers get their act together.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Hibs are a massive club, Hearts are a massive club.
Yeah, Big John, my pal Big John, he's a big Ibby fan. What about Kilmarnock?
Well,
they're bottom of the table, aren't they?
They're the best start. They had a great season last season. David McInnes is a very, very brilliant coach, actually.
I've got a kid he kills.
Have you got a kid?
Yeah, no, I wore it at one of my charities back in the world famous Garden Bar, and who got it for me? John from Kilmarnock. He brought it over for me, and I've got a photograph. I'll see if I can get it. And I've got a Rod Stewart hat with all the hair, and I wore with me white vest I used to always wear, and I wore it for my charity. Kilmarnock
are one of those things that you always think there's they're underachieving at the moment because last year they were exceptional. But if they click, they've got to, again at that lower below the Celtic and Rangers.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a massive turnover of players every year.
Yeah.
Right, and they're bringing 5 or 6 new players in every year. It takes time. It takes
Yeah.
time for people to settle, to get used to their surroundings. It's not the bit in the pitch is the easy part for players
Yeah.
coming to a new club. It's all the stuff surrounding them. Where,
Motherwell, if you've got any sort of conversation with Motherwell, I've got a little bit there.
there's a bit. Motherwell get quite a bit. Have you ever heard of Tam Cowan on the radio? It comes to Tenerife quite a lot actually.
Right, let me tell you something now. You
Right.
just said I got two stories.
All right.
First one is Tam Cowan. Tam Cowan came into my pub,
Right.
and on a Saturday lunchtime, I had my pal Dominic, big Celtic fan. He's over next week. He's one of the only guys in his missus. We went for dinner. He'd be down in my little manor, and he was sat with his big Rangers pal. Can't think of his name. Anyway, cut long story short, he looks at his mate and he says, "Look who that is on the left hand side." He says, "Who is it?" He went, "Shit, it's Tam Cowan." So Tam Cowan was in there. Got talking to him. Next thing you know, got talking to Tam. Great, I've got his number on my phone, and Tam Cowan did his Saturday live show in my pub with Kelvin. Who's this? But there's two of them in it on a Saturday show. Stuart Coveren or something.
No, Stuart. What's his name? Stuart's big way.
Cosgrove.
Stuart Cosgrove.
So. Tam Cowan, I got photographs. I'll see if I can dig them out. And he did the live show in my pub, world famous Garden Bar. Superb, wasn't it?
Well, honestly, see when I was driving to games, Webby, and driving home from games on my own, especially. But so back in the day, the goalkeeping coach was never at a game on a Saturday. I'd be away doing the analysis, opposition analysis.
Yeah.
So I'm driving away to games all over the country.
Yeah.
And listening to Tam Cowan and Stuart Cosgrove on the radio, it is the funniest.
He's brilliant.
Show on radio.
Brilliant.
And then walking back, driving back, you're getting the results, and then they come on after the results show, and people have a phone and stuff like that. It's so funny. And Tam Cowan, I've seen Tam Cowan at a couple of dinners.
Comedian.
Sharp.
Funny.
Oh, sharp.
Very sharp. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Another Motherwell talk is Dougie Arnott.
Dougie Arnott, yeah.
Yeah, Dougie came into my pub. He used to have a pub in wherever he's from. I don't know. Those they play in Fir Park, and he says if you go into Fir Park, but you've probably been there, then there's when you go through the main door, then there's 4 big posters of various top players. He's one of them. Willie Pettigrew is another one. Johnson on the wing. Was it Johnson on the wing? So he's one of them.
John Gagan.
Yeah.
Was the winger.
No, it wasn't him. But I've got a great. He invited me, Dougie on. He scored the same number of goals against Celtic and Rangers, he said, and he had a testimonial. Celtic, Motherwell against a Celtic Rangers 11. Ali McCoy's played.
Yeah.
He scored 4 goals, and I got invited to play. He said, "Webby, if you want to come over, you can come and play." It was one of his best mates who I haven't seen for probably 15 years. Celtic, he organised it, and I could have gone over it and played it for 10 minutes on the game. Unbelievable, wasn't it?
It would have been brilliant. But Dougie,
6-2 they won.
My memories of Dougie were he was up front. He wasn't the tallest.
No.
He wasn't
Little guy.
But he was absolutely horrible to play against.
Was he?
He never let centre halves get their heads up, make a pass, and he was like on them, closing them down, and one of the hardest workers I've ever seen.
Little Dougie Arnott.
Yeah, he was good. Willie Pettigrew was just a class act.
Yeah.
He was a proper baller, to be fair, but he never looked like a football player.
No.
Willie Pettigrew, obviously the socks down, long hair and stuff. That was the fashion back then, I suppose. But Motherwell this year, the thing that Motherwell, St Mirren, Dundee United to a certain extent, and Ross County, stuff like that, you can go. They've got the capability to go and put a run together 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, they have.
But they'll lose 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah.
It's just that consistency.
Well, Sandy, who comes in the Monte Cristo, Sandy's over 80 now, comes in nearly every night, and that's his nephew, Dougie Arnott, as well.
All right,
yeah, he's good friends with his son Paul. Yeah, so that's me Scottish.
No.
I could give you Scottish stories as well. Love them. And they all say to me, why do you like Scottish football? And I always tell them, everybody, it's very, very quick. Before my mum met my dad, which is probably 70 years ago plus, my mum always told me she went out with a Scotsman.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue who, name, where, what have you, and that's always stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've always liked Scottish football. And they all say I'm mad. I said, listen, it is what it is, and I follow it.
The one thing that does annoy, it's not just me, but is people make comments on Scottish football.
Yeah.
They've never seen a Scottish game in their life.
No, for sure.
Right, and to the people that follow those clubs like St Mirren's, it's easy to follow Celtic and Rangers.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
But for the people that follow St Mirren, Motherwell, Dundee United, Dundee, Ross County, Alloa, all the teams, and sometimes the Alloa travelling support might be 50, 100 people, like Berwick, Beacon support might be 100 people, 50 people, whatever. That means the world to them. It's like somebody that's a die-hard Celtic fan doesn't
Falker, undefeated, 40-odd games.
Well, John McGlynn will get a bigger. John McGlynn will get a bigger team, 100%. He is an exceptional coach. He's from Manic Woods and
Gotcha.
all that.
Well, I'll tell you, used to play for them. Stephen Presley.
Stephen Presley, yeah.
I met him at Arsenal Coventry, a League Cup, last 32, and I flew over there for the game. Stayed at a good friend of mine's house. I took my son Lee, who lives in Gloucester, took him there, and we played superb for the first hour, then lost 4-0. And I went down to see Steve Presley down the front. We had 2 tickets from a friend of a friend, and I told him, I said, "You got my job." He says, "You what?" I applied for the Coventry manager's job, and you seen that, and I got the letters. I sent you letters. I applied for the manager's job, and he got the job. And I got the letter back saying, "Sorry, Mr. Webb."
5 for no thanks.
Yeah, 5. Thank you for no thanks. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Steve Presley, but he was at Rangers,
Scotland,
Jambo, Scotland. Yeah.
He's done United actually. He started his career, I think.
Nice fella.
I think sometimes managers can be too honest with players.
Yeah.
When they're critiquing them, if you like.
Yeah,
and
sure.
the modern day player doesn't accept that any longer.
No.
I've been in changing rooms with managers or got boys pinned against the wall and stuff like that.
I bet, yeah.
Really boy tactics, to be fair,
And the money.
Nowadays you don't get away with that.
The money now is limited. Obviously, they haven't got the big. I mean, you take the SPL League Celtic. I believe the captain is the highest paid player in the SPL, and he's on about 35k a week.
Yeah.
That's the captain. That's Alan McGregor. Yeah, he's on about 35 grand a week.
Yeah.
Now you take the number 1 player in the Premiership. You're talking obviously Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
He's on 350, 400,000 a week.
Yeah.
That's 10 times more.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we say he's only on 35 grand a week, baby. I take 35 grand a week.
I take 35 grand a year at the moment.
Did you see that?
Oh, we get me pension.
Did you see that interview, Aj Postecoglou last year, and they just signed James Maddison, and the journalist says £40 million, a bit of a bargain, is it not? And Aj Postecoglou says, "Don't know what circles you move in, mate, but if you think £40 million a bargain." So
there's another story. James Maddison, I've had him in my arms.
Right, all right.
When Coventry played whatever, I used to get tickets through various people I knew.
Right.
And I remember being just going to get my tickets and one of you. And I remember that he walked in with a couple of other lads, and he was like 18, 19 years of age, just a babby then. And I had hold of him and what have you. Yeah. And now obviously playing for Tottenham, which went Leicester City, then the Tottenham. But he didn't have a great game against Arsenal the weekend. He was bossed a bit.
Yeah.
Tottenham were bossed against Arsenal a bit. They are a superior side, aren't they?
Arsenal. I still think if you're going to win the league in England, maybe you need to finish above Man City.
Oh, 100%.
So you're going to win the league there, but
let's talk about
Arsenal will be. I've seen is Haaland.
But no, somebody told me yesterday that I didn't say that he's wanting to leave or next year or something. That's why I don't know.
We'll see what happens with these charges and points and stuff like that. But it won't be like swift. You have spoken about it on your channel. Man City will have the best lawyers in the world tying them up for years, won't they? Oh,
without any shadow of a doubt.
So,
so we'll see.
Who can afford Haaland?
Do we want to see?
Who can afford them?
Of course. Do we want to see Man City going down to the Championship? No, of course we don't.
No,
listen, as much as you know, you got Mike Terry going, oh, this, that, and the other. Come on, they're all in the same boat. They all want the best. They've all got big lawyers and best, but you don't want to start seeing them down in the Championship.
But you want to see the money in that way. But you want to see the best players in the world come to Premier League.
Of course you do. But the only places they can go is places like PSG or maybe Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like Mbappe, he scored obviously for Real Madrid last night. Then they won 3-1. Then they scored two late goals at the Bernabeu last night. But it is worse. Should we stand up and start walking? Because it's spitting to rain. Fancy bringing me out on the morning, it's spitting to rain, Alan.
2 days on the trot, rain.
2 days. Is it 2 days on the bounce?
Yeah.
Yes, if you just joined the channel, you're talking to WEBBY'S Sports Roundup here, and with my big pal Alan Fraser, absolute quality. We're down in Los Cristianos, down by the beach, and we're just going to walk back to the car, and I'm going to go back and see the boss, make sure she's okay. And don't forget, we've got Coventry Tottenham tonight. It's a replay of the FA Cup final. Back on May the 16th, 1987, and yeah, I was there when we beat them 3-2. Don't forget, the first goal was scored by... Yeah, I know. What these? Yeah, we've got the police coming now. Let's turn it. No, we don't. No, I won't put them on. Probably me pals anyway. If they turn up and say, so we're all good.
So the coolest job in Tenerife.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Cruising up and down here.
Oh, look at that. Hold on, here. Hold up here. No, don't know him. They're not in my manner. Let's get back to you, Al. Hey, we want to be policemen, didn't we? But there'd be nobody on the street, would there, son?
What was it? When I left school, I went into the local police station and the sergeant said to me, "Can I help you, son?" I said, "Yeah." He says, I've got half a mind to become a police officer." He says, "That's all you'll need, son, I'll get your application."
Is that a Tom Cohen joke? It's got to be.
One of the
Yeah. There's nobody on the beach, is there?
No.
Oh, it's naked. Let's whip you around.
Might be a sly mall trip or
That's
something.
right. So what's Sue doing this morning? Just a read?
So we've won a watch this year. Maybe. Because normally we go to the park, you know.
Yeah. There we are. We're down on San Telmo Beach, just having a walk, had a nice coffee in Amelia's, Andy Swallow's little manor. Absolutely cracking. It really was a nice cup of coffee, that, wasn't it? I must admit. Right, let's turn this back round.
So we've won a watch this year. So we've got the Cleopatra for over 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be closing on the 1st of September. So Jet2 phone Susan up and says, "It's closing, we're going to move you, do you mind?" And Susan says, "Well, we do mind actually, because we like that area. Where are you moving us to?" So we're going to move you to St Anthony next door. And it's different levels, right? So,
Yeah.
So we're in there now and it's phenomenal, but they're talking about the St Anthony Cleopatra. It might be the 1st of November it closes, it might be the 1st of January, it might be the 1st of February. No one really actually knows. So we're booked again for next year, so
Lovely.
already.
Quality. You can't beat Tenerife, can you?
It's the only place we come to. We don't go anywhere else, just come here.
Well, I've been to all islands, Fuerteventura, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, and it's very windy over on the eastern side of the Canaries, and you can't beat this place, kid. You really can't.
We went to Gran Canaria once, but that was when we first started going out with each other.
Yeah.
All I remember about Gran Canaria is you walk down the hill to go to the beach and the nice areas, and then coming back at night you just climb like the south face of the Eiger.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But this is just a great, you can walk for 3 hours, can't you? Talking to people, seeing people, coffee, having a beer and what have you, you know what I mean?
We've walked all the way up from here,
Yeah.
to, you know, the Del Duque Plaza,
Of course.
and then down the back of the Anfilia and round and back down the coastal path.
Yeah, of course.
Fania Bay and stuff
Yeah.
all the way back. That's about 15, 16 kilometres.
I know.
It's a great walk.
It is a fantastic walk, isn't it? I know what you mean. But no, it's lovely. Do you know, this brings me memories when people like your good self come over, say, "Come on, we're going to have a little coffee now," and to walk. And I forget these bars in restaurants and what have you. And you see people that you haven't seen for a long time and what have you. Because again, turn that way.
Look how busy this is.
Yeah.
This is as busy as I can ever remember.
Denzel Washington, I am here.
Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Denzel Washington. Yeah, no, it is.
We were in here the other night, actually. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Nice,
For the
isn't it?
value for money.
Which one was that?
That one here, that Rincon Dale Pescador.
Let's turn that around. You want the rig on there? That's where he was. Alan was there with Sue the other night. So that is obviously a big recommendation. There's
Denzel Washington.
say hello to Denzel Washington.
But no money.
He looks more like his father. Mira, ¿cuántos años Tenerife?
Me?
Yes, sí, tuyo. I'll just ask you.
Years now.
¿Cuándo?
12 years.
12, 12.
12 años.
Me, 30 años. 30 años.
Tú sabes más que yo.
Sí, sí. Venga, gracias. Encantado. It's a nice man, but Denzel Washington's son, father, whoever he is. I think all the figures came out yesterday, to tell the truth, on when I was looking on Google. And, you know, you just flick through your phone. And they say this year was up like 8% in the Canaries.
Yeah, because it is busy, it is massive. I mean, it's not busy along this bit here anyway, but it is.
There's nothing like it, is there, to be honest with you? It's just a great walk, mega people.
I said that earlier, it's different for yourselves that live here, but see when we're on holiday, time means nothing. Time means
No, it doesn't, does it, actually? No, I know what you mean. It's look at it. Obviously, the weather. So the people are walking because it's dull, dreary, but it's just nice for them to walk, and it gives these people a bit of business in the daytime, and they want to do a few trips. Because in the daytime, if you're all on the beach, these are quiet until night time. So these people love a bit of dull and dreary. They know they're going to get a bit more business.
That's what I say. We probably just jump on a taxi and walk up, get dropped at Siam Mall, and then we'll walk back.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Get taxi up and walk back.
Are you going to go in a minute or not? So I'll give you a lift up if you want.
No, because I don't. Because our other friends are in the.
Okay.
Friends in the Med Palace, not in London, in the Med Palace. So.
All right. So let's just, there you are. That's where you are. Looks nice, doesn't it?
See it for the front, actually. Got a better view for the front.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And my car's in there. My car's back in it, kid. Webby's car's
What
back.
it deserves.
It deserves.
Deserves a 5-star hotel
Me
car park.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? Me driving the bloody thing, I tell you. Oh God, here we are.
We'll go in the gate, Webby, and you can film it. If we go in the gate...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll be nice, yeah. We'll go in the gate and we'll film it till we get to the corners for sure.
Don't film the pool area, because there's folk lying about.
Yeah, might as well give you a good bit of advertising for them. If you just joined the channel, Webby Sports Roundup, having a bit of fun today. Bit of a Scots corner. We stopped doing it because of it's just time and effort in it. And now I've got a fantastic guy who knows his Scottish football, and we've had a great talk this morning. So just watch it till the end, as you do. We're in St Anthony now. Talk about Celtic, Rangers, East, Fife, all my boys. A bit of Motherwell, everything. Here we are. There's the gate. Let's have a look. There's Big Al. Oh. Lovely, thank you. So we're down in the middle of Las Americas. There's the boys.
So that's our room, just here.
Yeah.
And then we've got the spiral staircase that takes up to the...
Oh, that's yours, yeah, spirals.
We've got,
Yeah.
we've got a sun terrace on the top.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, look, it looks nice, doesn't it? It's class. How long has it been open? It's been a long time now, hasn't it?
No, it's that's a way, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is, so we love the Cleopatra, love all the stuff, and here it's Wadia, Antonio, best waiter in the hotel.
Well, Antonio, ¿qué pasó? Buenos días. Yeah, this is the best waiters in the hotel. Antonio,
Best
nombre,
chef in the hotel.
best, pardon? Nacho, that's nice. And
Massimo. How are you?
Maximo. Maximo, I like it. And, Tenerife or no? You're from, born in
No,
Tenerife?
I'm from the north of Spain.
Oh, from the north of Spain. He's from the north of Spain. And you? Good man. Big one. 30 años, Tenerife. Sí, Tenerife numero uno.
Italian.
All Italian.
Massimo, yeah, I'd say Massimo.
Very nice. Maximo, look at, where's the people? They come later. Hasta luego. Encantado.
So it's phenomenal.
It's a lovely place. This is, look at this. Oh, look at this.
So all the...
This is evening restaurant.
We have breakfast in here as well outside. But all your buffet stuff is out here in these two plants during the day. But all your hot food is cooked fresh and brought out to you. It's
Yeah.
not one of the bun fights, you know, when you're...
No.
Vamos a servir sorbete, ¿no?
Now we're in the Sir Anthony Hotel where Alan and Sue are staying. Beautiful, absolutely on the money this is. This is where you want to stay if you can afford it. It's not cheap, as Alan says.
Yeah, we're not. We've paid Cleopatra prices.
Yeah, of course.
So that's it.
Yes, lovely. Well, this is one of the best vlogs I've done. This would be fantastic. We'll try and get this out tonight if I can. And I'll if not, it'll be... Hey? That's all right. Yeah, they won't. Now they all have information. They all like, yeah, we're going there. Let's get into the Batmobile. Then go back to Dorney and see what she wants to do for the rest of the day. Don't forget, Julia, to Coventry taking on the mighty Tottenham tonight. So Foggy, you better get ready for it. Win, lose or draw, as long as we play well, we have a good game. So what I'm going to say now is, let's get the big man on to say trio to everybody.
Bye everyone, thank you for watching and all your kind words yesterday, it means a lot, and I hope you enjoy this.
Yeah, because you were on Rick's channel yesterday, you did a fantastic half an hour talk with regard to mental issues, etc, etc, and it is worth watching. Please watch it for Rick's channel, that's for sure. And all I can say is to you, Al, been a pleasure meeting you today, big man.
Absolutely about me.
Hey,
Absolutely, not miss this for the world.
There's me handshake.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure, more than welcome. So if you just tuned into Webby Sports Roundup, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button and hit that little tick, you know what I mean, and it is what it is. It's a fantastic vlog today, thoroughly enjoyed it. It is Scottish Corner. So for me, Webby, until the next one, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, have a good one.